Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to the Piper Report. So the Seth Rich revelations are now trying to be debunked by the legacy media, the media outlets in general, especially the liberal media. They are trying very, very hard to obscure the story and promote it as nothing but a far-fetched right-wing conspiracy. And one of the bases they use for that theory is that there was an anonymous source on Fox News that basically provided them the information regarding this. And they said that because it's a source that's anonymous, it cannot be taken as true, which I find extremely funny and contradicting of their own behavior. Nowadays, pretty much every single day, we see stories from Washington Post and Huffington Post and MSNBC and CNN all trying to delineate some type of nefarious activity in the White House by saying they were told by a source inside the White House that Donald Trump said this or Donald Trump did that. So in essence, they are basing all of their reports on using an anonymous source, which provides them, this supports their theory, this helps them, this gives them a scapegoat to always fall back on. So to this regard, they can report on these salacious false stories and hide behind the guise of an anonymous source. And it's horrible. It is horrible. So I find it funny because they're looking at Fox News and they're debunking the story because of a source who doesn't want to be named. Well, CNN does that every day. Washington Post does that every day. MSNBC. Why is it wrong if Fox News does it? But it is proper journalism when other media outlets do it. Let's go over a short video here.
Social media been buzzing today about the murder of a young man in Washington, D.C., Seth Rich. He grew up in Omaha and was working for the Democratic National Committee. That's when he was shot and killed last summer. And police have suspected it was a failed robbery attempt.
Failed robbery. So Seth Rich is shot and killed. Shot twice in the back of the head. His wallet was not taken. His watch was not taken. If you go through the trouble to try to rob somebody and then you kill that person, you're not going to leave his wallet there, or else why go through the whole trouble trying to get his wallet? This is a bullshit story from a bullshit reporter.
No suspect was ever named. A news story has once again popped up suggesting that there was a link to Rich's alleged communications with WikiLeaks. WWT6 News contacted the Rich family, received a statement which reads in part, "As we've seen through the past year of unsubstantiated claims, we see no facts."
Unsubstantiated claims. That is a proper word to use because that is what's happening every single day with every single accusation directed at Donald Trump and his administration. All there is accusations, accusations, accusations. There is no evidence. There is no justification for denigrating his presidency to such a degree that you're actually harming the ethos of American culture. You are harming the foundation of America by consistently and constantly attacking your own president and saying that he is a Russian agent. So Donald Trump is a Russian agent, yet you say Donald Trump is an idiot. Which one? You can't have it both ways. Either he's a masterful tactician who manipulated the whole American public and was able to actually get into the White House by colluding with the Russians, and he is a puppet for them, or he is mentally ill, retarded, and he doesn't know anything about anything. You can't have it both ways. It's either one or the other. But they choose to cover both ways. And they bring up these idiots on their TV shows and on their news reports that try to garner some type of justification for their accusations. And it just doesn't work well. It doesn't work well at all. You can tell that it's controlled opposition. They are trying to present a narrative to disseminate some type of false evidence against Trump because their whole point is impeachment. And now you have people like John McCain coming out claiming this is bigger than Watergate. No. What's bigger than Watergate is Obamagate. Obama wiretapping and spying on the communications of the Trump campaign. That is far, far bigger than this salacious, untrue, or unproven story. I'm not going to say untrue, but there is no evidence, and the investigation turned up nothing with Donald Trump and Russia with respect to collusion in the presidential election. So, unproven now, maybe in the future something might come out. I doubt it, but it's possible. But what we know is that Donald Trump gets attacked every single day by the media. And the whole point of it, Paul Paul Joseph Watson did a great video on this, that the whole point of this newly attack against Donald Trump and this cover-up of the Seth Rich story is because they want to try to demean Donald Trump so much that either he resigns as president or he gets impeached as president. So John McCain comes out and even compares these false accusations and allegations against Donald Trump as being worse than Watergate. There's no proof at all. So how can something be worse than Watergate when there's absolutely no proof of any type of collusion here? It literally makes no sense. They're hiding the Seth Rich story so they can impeach Donald Trump so that Mike Pence can step up, and Mike Pence will be the puppet for the neocons. The neocons want perennial war from perpetual debt. Take that back. Perpetual debt from perennial war. Well, that's all they want is war. John McCain, war with Russia. John McCain, war with Afghanistan. Go more troops over there. Let's go invade Syria. He wants war, war, war. And it's truly sad that Trump's supposed own party members, his own partisans, are attacking him to such a degree that they are willing to harm the sanctity of our democracy just to put a man out of the White House that they don't like and replace him with someone they think will want to go to war all over the world. It's globalism at its peak.
We have seen,
but I digress.
No evidence and only learned about this when contacted by the press. We are a family who is committed to facts, not fake evidence that surfaces every few months. We have the entire statement on WOWT.com.
You know, I don't blame the family for not believing this. You have the whole U.S. government and every single media organization telling you, no, this is what's happening. This is what happened. He was not involved with WikiLeaks. He died. It was Russia that was responsible for WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks is a Russian agent. They work with the Russian government. So trust me, your son, whose death, although tragic, was not due by him exposing the illicit activity of the DNC, but instead died tragically, randomly, on a lone day, on a lonely morning, getting shot twice in the back of the head during a botched robbery attempt, which the robber didn't take their money at all or his watch at all. So they want them to believe that, and I understand. I understand the family doesn't want to believe this kind of conspiracy. You have the government, you have the media all telling them it's a crazy conspiracy. So of course they're going to want to believe it. But when we have people like Julian Assange, who is posting on his Twitter the news stories that are coming out regarding this, the new Seth Rich revelations, and we have people like Assange back in the day when this first happened, giving out or providing, I think, a $25,000 reward for any information on Seth Rich's death, it does lead to a conclusion that Seth Rich was in some way responsible for the DNC leaks that WikiLeaks published. This isn't far-fetched. The evidence is there. It is circumstantial, yes, but now with a new laptop that the FBI has that could show that Seth Rich did in fact provide emails and material to WikiLeaks on it, this story could be blown wide open. And with that, the Democrats' narrative and the media narrative that Donald Trump is a Russian puppet completely falls ill. When that happens, they can no longer claim Donald Trump and Putin are best friends. They can no longer find the grounds to impeach him based on collusion. They lose their justification and they lose their evidence, their manufactured evidence against him. So Trump, hold on. Do not give in to these clowns. Hold on. The truth is coming out one way or another. Just hang in there. Do not resign. And do not let them try to impeach you. Because they want war and they want to damage the U.S. And I'm done.